Welcome back. My name is Idris Amina. Thank you once again for joining us on today's news analysis on politics and business television, Abuja. Now the details. The Osun State government on Wednesday refuted claims that it was forcing career officers in local government to change signatories to council accounts amid the ongoing tussle between the ruling People's Democratic Party and the opposition or Progressive Congress local government control. The chairman of the Allied People's Movement in Osun, Mr. Adewale Adebayo, had alleged that Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration was coercing finance directors and heads of local government administrations to alter council account signatures. Responding swiftly, Osun State Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolakpo Alimi, dismissed the allegations as mere speculation. Meanwhile, the APC in Osun has urged local government workers to return to their duty posts, insisting that they should remain neutral in the political tussle over council control. Jamiola Wumi, a former special advisor on education under ex-governor Adegboyega Oyetola, who has been speaking for the party, emphasized that the reinstated local government chairman has already given workers a 72-hour ultimatum to resume work. And now the National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressive Congress, Felix Moka, has said that the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, voluntarily failed to attend to the party's National Executive Council meeting. Moka stated that the former minister of the Federal Capital Territory had the right to attend the meeting like any other NEC meeting, but failed to do so. Recovered leaders of the ruling party converged at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja for its NEC meeting since the assumption of President Bola Tinubu in office in 2023. The meeting was very well attended by all members of the National Working Committee as well as other members of the various party organs. The leader of the party, President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, were all in attendance. This development comes 2 days after El-Rufai called out the ruling party during a recent interview on Arise News, saying that the APC lacked internal democracy and has failed to adhere to its constitution by calling for a NEC meeting. When reminded that the ruling party would hold its NEC meeting on Wednesday, the former governor said he had not gotten his invitation and should have been sent days before. Meanwhile, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, on Wednesday sought a bailout for the ruling party over 8.9 billion naira election debt. Ganduje revealed that the party's account had been garnished following the huge debt resulting from the cases filed by the opposition parties to challenge the elections of President Bola Tinubu, APC governors, and the legislators. The former Kano State governor disclosed this at the National Executive Council meeting of the APC held a day after the party held its national caucus meeting at the Presidential Villa Abuja. In attendance were President Bola Tinubu, the Vice President Kashim Shettima, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, and the Speaker of House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas. Former Edo State Governor Adams Oshimole and former Governor of Zamfara State Senator Abdulaziz Yari, among others, were also in attendance. However, some notable bigwigs did not attend the NEC meeting, including the immediate past President Muhammadu Buhari, the former Vice President Yemi Oshinbajo, and the embattled former Governor of Kaduna State Nasir El-Rufai, former Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi, as well Minister of Transport Rotimi Amechi. Briefing the party leadership about the state of the APC, Kenduje said 8.9 billion naira expenses were for pre-election legal battles, election cases, and appeals for legislative, governorship, and presidential election. He, however, noted that the National Legal Advisor, Professor Abdul Karim Kana, SAN, had been working to reduce the debt burden. It is still news analysis on Politics and Business TV. We'll go on a short break, and when we're back, we'll bring more news. Welcome back. It's still good to know you're still with us, and this is news analysis coming to you on Politics and Business TV, Abuja. Now, the reinstated clerk of the Lagos State Assembly, Adeleke Onafeko, has threatened to contend suit against the acting clerk of the House, Otun Babatunde. The developments followed the drama that occurred at the Assembly complex on Wednesday when Onafeko was barred from entering the clerk's office. Onafeko was suspended by the House on January 13th, the same day Mudashiru Obasa was removed by 36 of the 40 lawmakers sitting on that fateful day. Obasa's Deputy Speaker, Mojisola Meranda, was made the new Speaker by the lawmakers, a development that marks the beginning of a crisis at the House. Like Obasa, Onafeko had approached an industrial court to challenge his suspension. On February 20th, the National Industrial Court sitting in Lagos sacked the acting clerk, Babatunde, who was appointed by Miranda. The court ordered the reinstatement of Onafeko. The order also followed an ex parte application to the court made by Onafeko through his counsel, Yusuf Nuruddin, in a case he filed against the Lagos State Government, the Lagos State Civil Service Commission, and the Lagos State House of Assembly Service Commission, the Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Attorney General of Lagos State, and Babatunde. Granting the application, Justice M.N. Esowe, in an ex parte order directed that Babatunde should cease to parade himself as clerk. Moving on, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control on Wednesday said it seized 87 truckloads of banned, expired, and substandard medicinal products, including USAID and UNFPA, donated antiretroviral drugs, male and female condoms, among others. NAFDAC's Director General Professor Mojisola Adeleke, who revealed this on Wednesday, added that counterfeiters were after her life and those of her workers. NAFDAC is currently on a nationwide crackdown on illicit drug trade, which saw it raiding the country's three major open drug markets of Ariaria and Ezuko in Aba, the Bridgehead Market in Onitsha, and Itumota Drug Market in Lagos. The campaign is part of NAFDAC's National Action Plan 2.0 from 2023 to 2027 to eliminate counterfeit medicines, improve regulatory compliance, and safeguard public health. She affirmed that the operation uncovered shocking violations of drug storage and distribution regulations, including diverted donated medical supplies, large quantities of USAID and UNFPA donated antiretroviral drugs, and condoms meant to support Nigeria's HIV/AIDS response were found expired and repackaged for sale. These life-saving medications, she added, were either improperly stored or deliberately resold for profit, undermining global efforts to combat HIV/AIDS in Nigeria. This is news analysis on Politics and Business TV, Abuja. Join us after a quick break as we delve into the topic of the day. Stay with us. back. Now let's delve into today's topic, which is on the foreign fraudsters recruiting Nigerians for cyber crime. This was revealed by Adeleke as he exposes the shocking scheme. The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Adeleke, has raised alarm over the increasing presence of organized foreign fraud syndicates in Nigeria, revealing that they are establishing operational cells and recruiting young Nigerians into cybercrime, including cryptocurrency-related fraud. Adeleke made this revelation while hosting participants of the Executive Intelligence Management course from the National Institute for Security Studies, led by Director of Studies, Ngele. According to a statement issued on Wednesday by EFCC's Head of Media and Publicity, Dele Oyewale, Adeleke expressed concern over how foreign criminal networks are using Nigeria as a hub for their illicit activities. Let's discuss this with Oluwale Joshua, a public analyst. Good afternoon to you, Oluwale Joshua.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me today. The topic on ground is a good one, and it attests to the fact that Nigeria is not as bad as painted. Nigeria has been painted like as if we are the only one engaged in cybercrime, which may look like advanced fee fraud 419, which Nigeria is popular for or notorious for. Or in this sense, it's been clearly indicated that is into the art of fraud peddling and any other related issue. That as it may, it's given an attention to the fact that whatsoever we call expatriates or white or brown skin here doesn't really means that they are angels or like they are infallible. We should always look into the fact that not only Nigerians are into anything fraudulent, and why will expatriates come into Nigeria without any sense of purpose, without any expatriate quota, without considering their expatriate quota. If you look at what we have as the immigration, they always give a quota to companies that are going to bring in these expatriates. So if the company has brought in expatriates and they're using their quota for what is not economically viable, should be querying why we should receive these why they should subsequently receive expatriate quota or anything that looks like bringing in foreigners into Nigeria.
All right,
so we have to commend the effort of the Economic and Financial Crimes Institution, and as well commend other efforts of other agencies who are doing a pretty good job.
All right, so that being said, how sensitive could this be for a country like Nigeria that is already battling with cybercrime?
Well, that means we have added international taste to it. We have added international knowledge to it, and it's becoming an international business. Then, if you look at that story indicates Nigerians are not really the beneficiaries of those funds, process of those funds. Nigerians were used, but they were not the sole beneficiaries of those funds, in the sense that they have had to return those funds to their foreign friends, who takes much of the proceeds. So if that's the case, Nigerians are just being trained and are just being given a grant for training, which may be a little detrimental for subsequent assignment that they may be assigned to, or they may decide to pick up by their own and on their own side. So for Nigeria, economically, it's not really good. and we may need to look critically into what they call cyber crime. Cyber crime has assumed international dimension and should be solved with a bilateral and multilateral agreement. So I believe that EFCC has been collaborating with many other anti-graft agencies in abroad, especially the Interpol, the international police, for in terms of bringing down crime rate, especially as it relates to internet and advanced fee fraud. Nigerians are not the only one engaging in this, and they are not the only one. They are not the only only one complicit in this act. So
and not talk of the fact that they are not the direct beneficiaries of this cybercrime. So let's moving further. What could be the consequences of this discovery? I mean, do you think it would affect the economic relationship between Nigeria and these foreign countries?
It won't affect any relationship between. It may not affect any relationship between other countries, because we are talking about crime here. You can't because you want to defend the crime and then you sever a national relationship and interest. If you are going to defend the crime, you defend it from the grounds of innocence. Are these people innocent of what they were accused of? I will say no, because they have been tried in the court of law. If EFCC doesn't have much evidence against them, they wouldn't have been taken to court. So let's train any relationship between Nigeria and other countries. Rather, in future settlements of possible, if they are convicted, in future settlement of possible prisoners, we will be looking at whether the relationship will be strained at that point or not. But no country will tell you not to prosecute their citizens, especially when they've given you their.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Visa to enter the country Nigeria, and they've chosen to come willingly, not that Nigeria kidnapped them from wherever they are coming from. So it doesn't strain any relationship at all. So the relationship with us will be strengthening, and
right.
by implication, I believe that the perspective of the perspective in terms of internet fraud should at least be at least the perspective will be better than before.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on today's program. We appreciate it.
Very much for having me.
Thank you. And that will be the size of our program for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Idris Amina. Bye for now.